What if I told you that none of this existed? No likes, no shares, no tweets, no filters, the endless scroll, gone. The viral moment, evaporated. The digital town square, silenced. It's hard to imagine, right? Social media has shaped our reality, from the way we connect with our loved ones to the way we consume news, even to the way we define ourselves. But what if we hit a different fork in the road? What if Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X were simply never created? Today, we're diving into a mind-bending alternate reality to explore the monumental, terrifying, and in some ways, beautiful world we might be living in right now. Imagine this: a world without the highlight reel. A world where you don't know what your high school acquaintance ate for lunch or what your friend is doing on their tropical vacation. This section explores how our daily lives and relationships would be fundamentally different. Without the constant stream of digital updates, relationships would become more intentional. We would have to pick up the phone, send an email, or, gasp, meet for coffee to catch up. Conversations would be less about pre-curated posts and more about genuine, unprompted discovery. This absence could lead to more meaningful, authentic connections and a renewed sense of presence in the real world. This is arguably the most impactful change. With no algorithms pushing us to compare our worst days to someone else's best, there would be a massive reduction in the fear of missing out, FOMO. The pressure to present a perfect, curated life would vanish. Think of the potential for a collective mental health reset. Without the constant dopamine hits from likes and notifications, our brains might be rewired for longer-term satisfaction and a greater sense of calm and well-being. In this alternate reality, what would replace likes and followers? Your social standing would be based on genuine engagement, in-person interactions, and the strength of your real-world network, not your digital one. We might see a return to hobbies and in-person clubs as the primary way to find and connect with people who share our interests. Social media has completely transformed the political landscape. Without it, how would our societies operate? This section is where we tackle the big, complex ideas. News would not travel at the speed of a retweet. Instead, traditional media like newspapers, radio, and television would regain their power as the primary gatekeepers of information. While this might lead to a more vetted and reliable news cycle, it would also bring back the question of who controls the narrative. A world without instant viral videos and citizen journalism would be a world where information spreads more slowly, but perhaps more thoughtfully. Consider how modern protest movements, from the Arab Spring to Black Lives Matter, were organized and amplified through social media. Without these platforms, mass mobilization would revert to older forms of communication: word of mouth, printed flyers, organized community meetings, and traditional media coverage. This would make it much harder for grassroots movements to gain rapid, global momentum, requiring them to build power and influence on a local level first. It's a slower, more deliberate, and more geographically constrained form of activism. Social media platforms are built on a single, powerful commodity: our data. In a world without them, the biggest tech giants would be those that handle cloud computing and business software, not our personal information. Our privacy would be a given, not a constant negotiation. We wouldn't have personalized ads following us from website to website, and the concept of an algorithm predicting our every move would be science fiction. From a multi-billion-dollar creator economy to the way brands reach their audience, a world without social media would be a completely different place to do business and create art. The entire advertising industry would look different. Brands would have to rely on traditional media buys, sponsorships, and good old-fashioned word of mouth to reach consumers. The era of targeted, hyper-personalized ads would be over. Instead of influencers, brands would seek out public figures, artists, and athletes to promote products through television, magazines, and in-person events. The focus would be on broad appeal rather than niche demographics. The creator economy as we know it would not exist. A YouTube star or a TikToker could not build a multi-million-dollar brand from their bedroom. The path to fame and fortune would once again be controlled by Hollywood studios, record labels, and publishing houses. Talent would still rise, but it would have to navigate a much more exclusive and traditional landscape. Pop culture trends would spread differently and at a much slower pace. The viral dance, the instantly famous meme, the song that blows up on TikTok, all of it would be gone. Instead, trends would spread through television shows, movies, and word of mouth. Celebrity culture would become more distant and mysterious again. We wouldn't know what our favorite actor ate for breakfast or what they were doing on a Tuesday night. The access and authenticity of modern fame would be replaced by a return to carefully managed public personas. The absence of social media would create a world that is quieter, more private, and perhaps more intentional. While we'd lose the instant connection and global reach we've grown to rely on, we'd also gain back a sense of presence, privacy, and unfiltered reality. Our social circles might be smaller, but our connections could be deeper. Our news cycle might be slower, but our information could be more reliable. The path to fame might be harder, but the art and culture might be more enduring. The question isn't whether this world is better or worse, but what we'd be willing to give up to get there. So, tell me in the comments below, would you choose to live in a world without social media? And what do you think would be the single biggest change we'd experience?